Hey, good day to you, Kimberly Ann, and time for cooking with Kimberly Ann. Come on, it's been a while. You know what we've got to do. Sauce a la viva la, sauce a la viva la, la 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 la. Started that our very first time, and now we just have to do it every time. I'm so glad to be with you. Listen. I am on a journey right now. I am on a journey through something so amazing that God has me to do ministry-wise to help the most hurting of the hurting. And so in order to go this way, God said, we're going this way and this way. So please do check out the other videos in which we're opening up the book and we're really being transparent about some things that have shaped us in our lives. Thank God for God. But we're going to be cooking today. Amen. And I want to share with you, listen, I started this because I wanted to do something that was for folks who had just a little bit of time, just a little bit of skill, perhaps, and just a little bit of money, right? So, you know, if things are a little bit sparse on all of those things for you, I've got just quick and easy things that we can make. Sometimes guests come into my kitchen or I go into theirs, and I love that so much. But I want to share with you something. I actually, for the very first time, entered myself into a cooking competition, and it was a chili cook-off at my church. I had never made chili before. I just want for you to know, never made chili before. Not homemade. I mean, you know, the can opener, pour it in a pan, cook it up. I'd never made chili before. So I started thinking about it, formulating a plan from all the things that I have learned since we started cooking with Kimberly Ann, you know, not even quite a year ago, and just stretching myself to learn about ingredients and spices and different things, you know, meats and whatnot, ingredients. And so I want you to know, first of all, that this is my chili, what I called it, what I named it, how I entered it. It was the Mighty Meaty Pumpkin Treaty, right? How great is that, right? So that was fun. And yeah, I can't tell you all of the secret ingredients because, wow, I worked really hard to come up with that, you know what I mean? And so now I want to show you what happened. Yes, I actually won first place. I mean, come on and wow, right? So that was great for me. So yeah, first place. I'm very, very I was just so happy and so excited, and I'm a very excitable person. And so it was just phenomenal. And I wanted to share that with you because, yeah, that could be you. Whatever it is that you're putting your energies into and saying, well, I want to stretch myself in this area of life. If it's cooking for you, great. If it's a drawing, if it's anything else, great. I want you to stretch yourself because you can do this. And whatever in life has squelched you down or made you feel less than who God created you to be, and you've believed a bill of goods that someone else has maybe put upon your life or whatever, yourself, okay, you've got to know you have so much potential. You're power-packed with potential. So today, I'm going to make for you Kimberly Ann's smash burgers, her smash burgers. And we are really going to smash. And so I'm going to put in down below the ingredients that I used. I cooked a couple of them part of the way. And so I have those set aside for us, and we'll bring those out at the appropriate time. But we're going to have fun. So these are smash burgers, just a fun thing that you can do real quick. And so let me show you really quickly what we're going to use. Aren't these gorgeous? So yes, I went to the store and I'm like, come on, springtime or, you know, your Easter resurrection time, and beautiful peppers. And so I definitely got the beautiful array and color of peppers. And we're going to be using, oh, hold up. I gotta go grab it. You can look at my kitchen for a second. But we're going to be using our ground beef. So let's set that aside. We're going to need that in a moment. I'm going to use the sea salt. Who was in my kitchen last? And it was Stephanie. And we were making something and we found that we forgot to have salt, regular table salt. I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, well, I have sea salt. She's like, we can use that. So now I actually like this because it has a nice you know how sea salt is. Well, let me just show you. I mean, you know, because you've probably used sea salt before, but I like that because you've got that, and then I'm going to put that right back in there. And, you know, it kind of melts into your meat or your burger or whatever, and, you know, it pops a taste, but it melts it enough to where, you know, as it should. I'm also going to use garlic salt, which I did not used to like garlic at all. And my son really was the one who got me all charged up about garlic salt. My palate just, and my nose did not prefer. Still don't like the smell of garlic, but just in a bit, just, you know, just with that seasoning, that taste, my son really got me into the garlic salt. And so that's going in the burgers because I really like it now. We're going to have this in our pan, which our pan is already heating up, having a hot flash right now. Woo! So we like to use this, right, for cooking oil. Very good, much healthier than your regular oil. And what else? Okay, in my smash burgers, the ones that I already did previously, for the sake of time, I just want to let you know that I cut up teeny tiny little bits of pepperoni. I love pepperoni. Oh, can put pepperoni in anything. I could drizzle chocolate on pepperoni and be really good. Just telling you. So that is in the burgers that I've already done, but I won't do it this time for the sake of time because we're using a bit of time for the discussion and whatnot, and we want to make sure to make a video that's short enough that you can, you know, pop it on, watch it up, and make it up, okay, or something like that. And then we're going to put on there our feta cheese, also in the refrigerator, hold up, and I want to show you, we can bring it out now. Just wanted it to be very, very cool. And, ooh, there's something else. I'm really going to the refrigerator a lot. So, but we're going to be using our 4 cheese. Hold up. I hope my kitchen is really clean for you today. What do you see? Okay. Just trying to see what you see. And then we're going to be using some sour cream. All right, so let's go. And let's bring the camera down a little bit if I can. And you can, bye. I love you guys so much. I love that you're with me. Okay, just want to bring that down slightly so you can see what we're doing down here. So what we're going to do is, I've already used a red pepper and a yellow pepper, so now I want to use my orange pepper. So we're going to do that. Let's set these over here on the plate. And this is all that I did, okay? You just cut off that top part of your pepper, right? You want to get that, of course, this would be the most difficult one. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. We're going to get into that. Yeah. So you've got that top part cut off, right? And then you see this. Okay. You want a nice thick ring for your Kimberly Ann smash burgers. So I'm going to cut it nice and thick. That's beautiful, right? And then you've got a ring like this. So I simply just want to cut that out of there like that. And that's all. So now what we have is this beautiful ring, right? And I don't think it's bad. You're going to eat a pepper that has seeds anyway. You want to keep some of those seeds in there? I really am fine with that. So this is what we've got. And we're going to pop that into our pan, which already has some oil. And I've already got it cooking just a little bit. I've got the heat on, as you can hear. So we're going to turn that down a little bit. Woo! I'm going to set that right here. Yeah, I think it's going to get too much of a sizzle. Let me hold up a second. I had that waiting there for you. I'm going to set this pepper aside. I'm going to clean up my area just for a second here, okay? Now, we've got that done. Here's our pepper ready to go. And so I'm going to take off my rings. We don't want hamburger in our rings. Maybe you do. I really don't know. So I am going to make only one for you, and then we're going to go only part way to show how we smash it, what we add to it, and then I'm going to show you what we've already done. Now I'm just going to take a good, a real good handful, because you want it to fit nicely inside of that pepper, right? And so, you're just going to roll it up. Your hands are clean. You washed them. All right, so I'm going to get a good amount, roll it up. And as I said, the other hamburgers that I've already done, the other meat already has the chopped up pepperoni in it, which is so much fun. And then already has a bit of the garlic within the meat so that it's, well distributed. But for the purposes of showing you this, I did add a little more on the top anyway. So now we've got a nice, ball of dough. Meat. We have a ball of meat right now. And so now, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to move this out. So it's going to splatter just a bit. And I've got it very low right now, but we'll turn it up. So this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to put my pepper into my oil, right? And you're simply going to put your hamburger right here, right there in that middle, all right? And I actually would love to move this a little bit closer if I can. So let's just move it a little bit closer, right? Okay, and so we've got a little spark and slap going on there because it's just been sitting there for a while too hot. So, but what you want to do, let me move this, get this over here, because we really don't need to cook this one right now. You will be able to see what it's like after we've cooked it a bit. But this is the thing. You want to smash that hamburger right down in there so it's filling up that space really well. And it's so beautiful. You know, it's like a hamburger flour. And so that's what you want to do. All right. So you would have it in your oil. And again, this is just a little bit hot because I had it going before and we're cooking the other ones. And so we'll keep this really low. And then we're going to switch over to the ones that are partly done. And so this is what, isn't that cute? It's so cute. And so then what I've done is, again, there was salt within the other meat, but I'm going to add just a little bit of that salt right there. You can put some A1 sauce on there. I did put a bit of ketchup as well right on the top of that, but I'm going to add that garlic salt right on the top. And again, there's a bit in there, you know, that's to your taste, okay? So we've got all that taken care of. We've got the pepper and the meat, and then, you know, what you're going to do is, of course, you're going to, as you're cooking it, let's see if we can go over here a little bit if it's not too hot now. But see, we've already got a really good cook because the pan was very hot. So that's what you're doing, and you're just flipping it over from side to side. We'll get that side cooked a bit, right? And then you would pop it back over. And so you're already getting a real good cook on there because the burner was already pretty hot, right? Gonna switch pans in a second and get this on a simmer because the other pan that we started with has a good amount of oil. So you've got that going on, right? And that's really what you're doing to get that cook. You smash that down in there, whatever it is that you have added to your burger. And we've got something very nice, all right? So that, of course, will need to cook. Now, we're gonna switch over our pans because I want to show you now what I did previously. So, in fact, this one is smashed much better than these. I was trying to get these done quickly for you. And you really want to fill in those edges, but, you know, let's not be picky. or be picky. Be picky if you want to be picky. All right, and so now we've got this. We're going to switch this over to here. And we're going to get a little bit more heat going. So this pan can just heat up a little bit. This type of pan heats up so very quickly. And so we've got that. And then what you want to do, you know, as I said, you've already added your garlic, let's say. Okay, we can add a little bit more garlic salt. And if you want to add, you know, if you want to add pepperonis on the top, you do that. I'm not choosing to do that right now. And so maybe I should use that other pan. Yeah, we need a little bit more heat going on with this one and get a nice... Here we go. All right, now we're cranking. Are you ready? Okay, and so here we go. And I know you've got a good view here of that, right? So we're over here on this burner, and I just want to actually add right now because it's already cooked so well through. So I'm gonna add, I love feta cheese, and you can just be really messy about it. Do it. Put your crumbles of feta cheese on there like this. You know, you're going to make a nice, beautiful, not only on top of that burger, but around it. So it's, I know. So feta cheese, I love. Let's put that there. And then we're going to add some of our 4 cheese right here. As I said, the burgers are already all the way cooked through. So look, you're adding this beautiful cheese. I'm going to bring that up to the camera and show you. So look at this. We've got this, we've got this cooking, and it's gorgeous. You see how gorgeous that is? It's wonderful, just fantastic. And you've got good bubbles of cheese. We love a lot of cheese. And we've already got those smashed down really good. And so what you're going to do is, at this point, you're really going to let that just cook up. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more. You're not going to flip it back over. We've already flipped them a few times. They're just beautiful. You're beautiful. You know, we've got our orange peppers, and we've got our red and yellow peppers. This is Kimberly Ann Smash Burgers. I love it. A little piece of cheese there is going to start cooking on my stove, and that's okay. And so then what we're going to do, as this is getting a good sizzle on it, and we really want for that cheese to really begin to melt really good. Yeah, and you want, you know, I really love having a lot of cheese around it. How many of you just love to melt cheese? Oh my goodness, so we'll just melt cheese in the microwave and, you know, put that on something or just eat it just like that. We love that. So I want a lot of melted cheese all around it like this. Oh yeah. So that's what it's looking like. So you want to get a good melt. And what you want is on your top, let's wait until like on the top, all that cheese is melted like the surrounding, correct? But this is what we're going to do to top it off. As I said, I'm going to put that now on simmer. I'm going to move in closer to you. I'm going to move the camera up just a little bit. I'm going to move it back and back up. Hi. I just love you guys. I love you guys that you just put up with me, right? So this is what we've got, and it's, you know, sizzling good. You're going to want that cheese to melt more. But what you want at the end then is, and boy, I tell you what I love is A1 sauce. I love to put A1 on burgers. I like to mix it in burgers. So you could do that. You make your smash burgers however you want to. All right. And I'm going to use, I love sour cream just to, you know, finish it out. I love the squeezable for this type of situation because what you're going to do when you've got all the cheese again melted a lot more than it is right now. But you're just going to put that dollop, come on, a sour cream right there on the top. And so if these burgers, it will look less like frosting. But when these burgers are really, I just fell for you, really, really hot, that sour cream then is going to melt really nicely on top. And so you're going to have, I'll just kind of mix it around a little bit if oh no, I really can't do that. All right. But yeah, so what you'll wind up with is, you know, your smash burgers with your melted sour cream on top. Hey, Tyler, he just got up. He's getting ready for church. And yeah, so I really wanted that to be a little more melty for you. So look, I'm just going to have it melted up just a little bit more as I chat with you today. All right. I just, hands need to be washed now, but today it's been cooking with Kimberly Ann. And if you have just a little bit of skill, just a little bit of time, just a little bit of money, you know, you can just learn so much. As I said, look, I mean, this was beautiful. And I just say it because what an honor, what an amazing thing that it shows that I don't have a whole lot of time. And I put some time that I had into learning some things about cooking that I didn't know. And in my single, I work like probably 50 hours, 60 hours a week outside of the home. And, you know, in radio, which I do, plus I have ministry radio programs on the air. So I have a lot going on. And then just, you know, your full life with your children or your son or your daughter or whatnot. And so, yeah, it's, you know, just putting a little bit of effort into that next project, into that dream. I don't know if inside of you there's a painter or a writer or whatever it might be, an explorer, but God has such big plans for you. And I'm so proud of you. And so I want for you to stretch yourself too. So today we were doing our smash burgers so that, yeah, that sour cream, it's melting pretty good now. It's just... yeah. Can you see that? No. It's a good thing you didn't just see what I just did. But anyway, you kind of hear them sizzling. And yeah, so that sour cream is going to melt down. It just looks good. So these are fun smash burgers in our beautiful colors of peppers for, you know, the Easter time, the resurrection time. And so your beautiful yellows and reds and oranges and, you know, all those great colors, and add a bit of the green. But anyway, so I'll put all the pictures down below, again, of the things that I use. But how quick was this? I mean, we talked more than we cooked, really, which is so great. isn't it? No, and that's the thing, just quick. And so now, for breakfast, I'm going to have myself some smash burgers. I love you so much. Kimberly Ann has been cooking with Kimberly Ann, and today we did smash burgers. So easy, so quick, and just a few ingredients, and you doctor it up, and you do it up just the way that you want. But you know what? God wanted you and me. And here we are on this earth, so let's make the most out of the great and fantastic life that God has given us. I love you so much. I'm so excited to be with you today. Until next time.